For the Class A and B race, we see Jerry Marnie preparing. He's going to be starting from pole position. Jerry's still only in his second season of racing and has been competing all year in the Group A series, but then in the last few races as well, stepping into the Uniroyal series in the Firestone sponsored Sierra Cosworth. He was having a busy weekend this weekend because this is the Tourist Trophy meeting at which Jerry was also racing. Britain's oldest race at Silverstone, the Tourist Trophy, and this a very popular and well supported round of the Uniroyal series as a support race. Here the cars on the grid. We see Jerry Marnie on pole position, Mark Hales in the middle of the front row, the two Firestone Firehawk twins dominating practice, but on the outside, and a very serious threat, Lionel Abbott in the Mobile 1 sponsored Sierra. Then the second row, Dave Pinkney and Sean Brown. And then on the third row, we've got Keith O'Dore, Dave Morgan in the middle of the third row, and Mickey Allen on the outside in his Sierra, and then Pete Clark on the next row back alongside Tommy Field. Alan Hassel in the black Sierra Cosworth. Gerrit Van Cowen, the first of the Class B runners in the FINA BMW, qualifying ahead of Robin Brundle. Then Vaughan Richmond in the Escort RS Turbo. Nick Whale. Steve Monk in the Mitsubishi Starion. Barbara Cowell in her BMW M3, prettiest face on the grid. And Jeffrey Mills, another man in an Escort. Looking down then for the start. A little bit of creeping from Lionel Abbott as the lights turn to green. And we've got a camera mounted in the headlights of Jerry Marnie's car, and just look at the view as they head down towards the start. Jerry right behind Lionel Abbott there. A very close look indeed at the back of the car. Through Copse they go. Jerry having slotted into second place. And just look at this dice as Jerry tries to get up ahead of Lionel, who had that very good start from the outside of the front row up towards Beckett's. Late turn in for that corner. And then down the short straight to the left-hander at Chapel, and out onto the Hanger Straight, the fastest part of the Silverstone circuit, and into the dauntingly fast Stowe. And here they come then. It's Lionel Abbott in the lead, Jerry Marnie in second place, then Mark Hales, Sean Brown right in there as well, Keith Oda, and then the leading of the Class B cars, Gerrit Van Cowen ahead of Robin Brundle as the rest of the field come through. Martin Blackwell ahead of Silverstone Sid. Let's have another look at the start again, and this time we'll see it from Mark Hale's viewpoint. And just look how close up in front Jerry Marnie gets to Sean Brown. So close, in fact, that his side windscreen goes. It's not the first time that's happened to Jerry either. And Mark Hale's getting up on the inside of Sean Brown to make it Firestone cars in second and third. Mark himself trying to look on the inside of Jerry Marnie. He wasn't able to get through there. Here they come through at the end of the first lap. Lionel Abbott from in second place Jerry Marnie, then Dave Pinkney having got ahead of Mark Hales. The rest of the field streaming through. Sean Brown look on a very interesting line on the inside to the corner, trying to gain an advantage, but runs wide on the exit, and that could let Mark Hales up. There's the BMW battle between Gerrit Van Cowen and Robin Brundle again, with Alan Hassel mixing it in there as well, and Steve Monk in the Colt Starion. As the leaders come down Hanger Straight and into Stowe, still Lionel Abbott leads from Jerry Marnie in second place, Pinkney third. In fourth place is Mark Hales, who has got ahead of Sean Brown. Then there's a bit of a gap before Keith Oda in the Jan Speed car, and just in behind him is Dave Morgan. Then Pete Clark, Tommy Field and Alan Hassel. And then the first of the BMW, still Gerrit Van Cowen, just there ahead of Robin Brundle. And then the all-white Mitsubishi Starion of Steve Monk. go with the headlight camera again in Jerry Marnie's car. Up underneath the bridge, just a few feet behind Lionel Abbott's car. And through comes Dave Pinkney there. And Jerry Marnie wasn't too impressed by that. Gets right up close, very close indeed to Dave Pinkney. Dave Pinkney gets a bit of a nudge there, I think. There was just a little bit from Jerry. Jerry being relegated to third place. He'll be trying the very back to fourth place as Mark Hales comes past as well. So Jerry now with a lot of work to do. Hard on the brakes for Beckett's. Jerry looks on the outside. Mark Hales there on just a bit of ground that Jerry wants. Out onto the straight. Dave Pinkney's got quite a long way ahead. Lionel Abbott still leads the race, remember. Pinkney is second, Mark Hales just ahead is third. We look from the fourth place Jerry Marnie's car. Club corner. Just take a look at the clouds if you have time. They look a bit threatening to me. Past the farm, under the bridge up to Woodcote again. Mark Hales is gradually pulling in on Dave Pinkney, and as he does so he's dragging Jerry with him. There's Lionel Abbott leading, Dave Pinkney in second place, Mark Hales right there behind in third place. And then Jerry Marnie next one up. Sean Brown not very far behind either in fifth place. Sixth is Keith O'Dore. As we go back to the headlight. Look at Mark Hales now. He's latched right onto the boot of Dave Pinkney's Sierra. Through Beckett's. And Jerry had a go there. Very close indeed.
I'm sure Mark had a problem there because he came backwards towards the camera, possibly missed a gear or maybe his engine hiccuped. Dave Pinkney's pulled away. Jerry took avoiding action there. Two teammates, of course. Jerry doing his best to help Mark's championship chances. Mark seems to be okay again, just ahead of Jerry. Very good view from his headlight mounted camera. Almost as good as being there. And there's Sean Brown coming through on the inside of Jerry Marnie there. Dropped Jerry down to fifth. Don't think he was expecting that move from Sean. Sean, a very quick driver, of course. Through the fast left-hand sweep at Abbey. A little bit of rain starting to show on the camera lens there. These four cars very, very close. Quite unusual to see them this competitive. They usually tend to be a little bit more spread out. Jerry making liberal use of the curbs. Sean Brown pulling away slightly. Rain getting heavier there. And Sean Brown looks down the inside and goes past Dave Pinkney as they turn into copse. Jerry doesn't seem to have noticed the rain. He does the same thing, gets past Dave Pinkney. He's looking closely at Sean Brown. There he goes, having a look down the inside. And he goes through. So the Firestone twins up in second and third now. And there's Mark Hales going backwards again. He's definitely got a problem. There's the Fina teammates. Gerrit Van Cowen comfortably ahead of Robin Brundle. And Nick Whale keeping them honest. That's nice to see. Lyle Abbott goes through in the lead, followed by Jerry Marnie. Problem for Keith O'Dore. Van Cowan goes through, still in the lead in Class B. And Nick Whale right with Robin Brundle as Vaughan Richmond goes spinning. Here's Martin Black's Rover. Interesting colour scheme. The car that Dave Pinkney drove last year. Lyle Abbott still ahead of Jerry Marnie. Jerry's closing the gaps, is he? Trying very hard. And Sean Brown limps into the pits. Race leaders going through to lap Martin Black now. Marnie's still trying to close the gap to Abbott. Tight bunch coming up behind now. Mark Howes still just holding third. Threatened by Dave Morgan. Looks down the inside at Copps. Mark just holds on. But if Mark's got that engine problem again, and there's Dave Morgan sprinting through. Here we are in car with Mark Hales. It's a rather sad sight. As they accelerate away from Beckett, if you listen closely you can hear Mark's engine stumble. He's definitely got a problem there. There's another retiree. That's Dave Pinkney. Got his helmet off already. Obviously disgusted. And here come the FINA teammates. Robin Brundle putting a move on Garrett Van Cowan and going through as they come down pit straight. Brilliant piece of driving from Robin Brundle there. Here we are in car. Looking back at Garrett Van Cowan. Garrett coming up to challenge. Nick Whale lurking in the background. These two teammates having a good dice by the look of things. Garrett just having to give best there. Van Cowan tucked right in behind Robin Brundle, matching his every move. Looking down the inside now, is he? Van Cowan's a former Formula 3 driver, very talented. Also one of the tallest men in motor racing. Breathing down Robin Brundle's neck. Here's the view from Garrett's car. These two cars very evenly matched. And here's the checkered flag. Lyle Abbott goes through, closely followed by Jerry Marnie. Dave Morgan takes third place. That's a popular result. Mark Hales just takes fourth. Just in front of Pete Clark and Tommy Field, who had a tremendous battle for fifth and sixth. Mark just taking the last point. FINA twins cross the line. Robin Brundle just ahead of Van Cowan. And Nick Whale goes through in third place. Winner Lionel Abbott with the spoils of victory. There's Lionel's brother Ed, who had a big job to sort out the wreckage after Mallory Park.